Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian has formally invited Prime Minister Modi to attend multi-day state funeral and burial ceremonies for Supreme Leader Ayatollah Seyyed Ali Khamenei, who was killed in a US-Israeli airstrike in February. Following Khamenei's death on 28 February, India's Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri visited the Iranian embassy in New Delhi to sign the condolence book on behalf of the Indian government. It is not known yet who will represent India at the funeral ceremonies. After the demise of Iran's then-president Ebrahim Raisi in May 2024 in a helicopter crash, New Delhi had declared a day of national mourning, lowering flags to half-mast. India had sent the then Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar to lead the Indian delegation in Tehran. And for more on this, WION's Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibal, is joining us live from New Delhi. Siddhant, thank you for joining me on the broadcast. Take us through the latest that you are picking up as far as the invitation to New Delhi is concerned.
Well, we know that the ceremony is going to take place in the first week of July, and India, along with other countries in the region and beyond, have been invited. Now, when it comes to India, the relationship is seen through a civilizational lens. In fact, we saw a top Iranian official in Delhi just yesterday who met the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He was here in Delhi for the BRICS meeting, the NSA meeting, and we know that the Iranian Foreign Minister has been to India as well for the BRICS Foreign Ministers meeting. In fact, in September, India is going to host the summit, and the expectations are high that President Pezeshkian will be attending the BRICS summit. But all in all, we know that when it comes to this development, it is seen significant in terms of the gathering, because Iran will be keen that several countries are in attendance and do expect many countries to be represented at the highest level. When it comes to India, we know that so far there is no detail as to who will be representing India. But if we go by past representation, India has in the past sent the then Indian Vice President to the ceremony when the former president had died. And we know that India also, in the aftermath of the killing of the Supreme Leader, the Indian Foreign Secretary had gone to the Iranian embassy and paid his condolences. So it is yet to be seen as to who India will be sending. But all in all, this is a relationship that is much, in a sense, celebrated between the two sides. Both sides see each other as important partners. Of course, there are elements, including the sanction element, that has prevented India to buy oil from Iran. But we know that the Americans have lifted the sanctions on Iranian oil. So the big question will be, will India start, restart the import of energy, is something that will be closely watched.
Right. So will India restart buying oil again from Iran? That's something that we'll be closely watching. But Siddhant, have you heard any expert word yet on the timing of the invitation that has come in just days after the meeting between Prime Minister Modi and US President Donald Trump, and also the peace deal between US and Iran? Does it say anything about the significance of the timing right now?
Well, I believe this is a standalone invitation which has no major geopolitical element, I would say, in that ways, that whether it was timed at a certain timing, because of course the invitation comes just days after Prime Minister Modi and the US President met on the sidelines of the G7 summit. But this is a standalone relationship. This is an invitation to a civilizational partner, and this was an invitation that was in the offing as well. It was expected that Tehran will extend invitation, like it has already extended invitation to other of its neighbors. Many of them have confirmed. But when it comes to this invitation, this shows that how much Iran sees India as an important partner, in fact, as a civilizational partner. And of course, there are expectations in Tehran that there will be a representation, a high-level representation from New Delhi at the funeral, where millions will be gathering.
All right. Thank you so much, Siddhant, for taking us through all of those latest updates. We'll keep coming back to you for more.